Ronnie Shields is one of boxing's most revered trainers, a man whose name is synonymous with discipline, intelligence, and a deep understanding of the sport. Over decades, he has worked with some of the greatest fighters in history, helping legends hone their skills and transform into champions. But beyond the belts and accolades, Shields has always had a few fighters who stood out to him, not just for their talent, but for the way they embodied the spirit of boxing. At 70, Shields finally revealed the fighters he admired the most, his personal favorites. These are the boxers who challenged him as a trainer, inspired him with their heart, and left a mark on his life that went far beyond the ring. Let's explore the 10 boxers Ronnie Shields respected and loved the most. And the stories behind why each one left such an indelible impression. 10. Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. Whitaker wasn't just a boxer, he was a master of the sweet science. Shields admired him for his defensive brilliance, his lightning reflexes, and his uncanny ability to read opponents 2 steps ahead. In training, Shields recalled how Whitaker could make any punch look slow and predictable, forcing him to think creatively about every drill. But Shields' admiration went beyond skill. Whitaker had heart. Even in the toughest sparring sessions, he displayed humility and respect, qualities that made Shields proud as a trainer. Watching Whitaker weave around punches and dominate the ring was like watching poetry in motion, and Shields often said that no fighter taught him more about the art of defense than Sweet Pea. 9. Evander Holyfield. Known as the real deal, Holyfield brought a combination of power, technique, and unstoppable will that earned Shields' respect from the very beginning. Shields often described Holyfield as a fighter who could push through exhaustion, injury, or doubt, turning every challenge into an opportunity to grow stronger. Training Holyfield was both a joy and a challenge. Shields had to push him harder than any other fighter, knowing Evander had a competitive fire that could not be contained. Every session was a lesson in discipline, resilience, and focus. To Shields, Holyfield wasn't just a pupil. He was a partner in creating greatness, a living embodiment of the values Shields cherished most in boxing. 8. Mike Tyson. Tyson's raw power and intimidation were legendary, but Shields admired the focus and fearlessness he brought to the ring. Working with Tyson was intense. Every session required precision, attention, and control. Shields often spoke about the responsibility of training someone capable of ending fights with a single punch. Yet behind the ferocious persona, Shields saw a young fighter learning to harness emotion and power responsibly. Tyson's ability to channel his aggression, coupled with his drive to dominate, made him both exhilarating and terrifying to train. For Shields, Tyson represented the purest combination of talent and potential in boxing history. 7. Vernon Forrest was the definition of a disciplined, technical fighter. Shields admired his ability to adapt, analyze, and counter opponents with sharp intelligence. Training Vernon meant refining strategy, focusing on footwork, and developing mental toughness. Forrest's work ethic inspired Shields. Even after hours of grueling sessions, Vernon remained focused, calm, and receptive to coaching. Shields often said that Forrest's precision and clarity in the ring made him one of the most satisfying fighters to guide, a true testament to the art of boxing. 6. Arturo Gatti was pure fire. Shields loved his heart, his resilience, and the way he embraced every fight like a battle for survival. Training Gatti meant preparing for chaos, unpredictability, and unrelenting courage. Shields recalled Gatti walking into the gym, eyes blazing, ready to push limits. Every punch thrown was a story of determination, every combination a testament to his fighting spirit. Shields admired not just Gatti's victories, but the way he captured the imagination of fans around the world with sheer grit. 5. Meldrick Taylor. Meldrick Taylor wasn't just fast, he was blindingly fast. Ronnie Shields often described Taylor as a fighter who forced everyone around him to keep up, including himself. In training, Taylor moved like electricity, his hands darting in patterns so unpredictable that Shields had to constantly adjust. Every drill became a mental chess match, forcing Shields to anticipate Taylor's moves and refine strategies on the fly. Taylor's combination of speed, agility, and sharp reflexes made him a joy to train, but also a challenge. Shields had to ensure that Taylor's explosive bursts were controlled, that precision matched his pace, and that the fighter's instincts didn't turn recklessness into vulnerability. Watching him spar was like observing a master illusionist. One moment he was in one corner, and the next he had vanished, only to strike from a new angle. Beyond physical attributes, Shields admired Taylor's mindset. He trained tirelessly, respected the craft, and approached every fight with the kind of calculated aggression that distinguished elite fighters. Shields often said that Taylor didn't just compete in the ring, he taught the trainer as much as the trainer taught him. He challenged Shields to see boxing in new ways, to adapt and innovate constantly. That combination of brilliance and dedication cemented Meldrick Taylor as one of Shields' favorites, a fighter whose legacy went far beyond wins and losses. 4. Thomas Hitman Hearns. Thomas Hitman. Hearns was everything Ronnie Shields admired in a boxer: explosive power, lightning reach, and the technical mastery to make every punch count. Hearns' physical gifts were matched by an unwavering determination, creating a fighter who could dominate opponents while keeping composure under pressure. Training Hearns was both thrilling and exacting. Shields needed to guide him in harnessing his raw strength without sacrificing technique. Every session was about timing, spacing, and precision. One slight miscalculation could turn potential dominance into vulnerability. Hearns' ability to combine devastating power with strategic thinking made him one of the most exciting and challenging fighters to coach. Shields often recounted stories of Hearns entering the gym with a quiet focus that could quickly shift into an intense burst of energy. His legendary right hand, which could end fights in a single strike, demanded respect and careful preparation. Shields had to plan every drill, every sparring session, and every cornering strategy meticulously to get the best out of Hearns while keeping him safe. 3. Sugar Ray Leonard Shields often called Leonard the complete package: speed, power, intellect, and charisma. Working with Leonard wasn't just about perfecting technique, it was about pushing limits, testing endurance, and nurturing a fighter's natural talent to its fullest. Leonard's ability to think several steps ahead in a fight made him a favorite pupil. Shields loved watching him adapt, respond, and dominate, always with elegance and style. Leonard embodied everything Shields valued: intelligence, heart, and respect for the sport. 2. Julio Cesar Chavez. Chavez brought intensity, discipline, and relentless pressure into the ring. Shields admired his dedication and tireless work ethic, which often mirrored Shields' own approach to training. Every session with Chavez was a lesson in focus and consistency, qualities Shields cherished. Chavez's fights were more than matches. They were masterclasses in control, stamina, and strategy. Shields respected his ability to outlast and outthink opponents while maintaining heart and determination, making him one of Shields' most revered boxers. 1. Floyd Mayweather Sr. At the top of Shields' favorites was Floyd Mayweather Sr., a man whose technical brilliance and teaching ability influenced generations. Shields admired his defensive mastery, tactical intelligence, and deep understanding of boxing fundamentals. Working alongside Mayweather Sr. meant learning, growing, and appreciating the nuances of the sport. Shields often credited him with shaping some of the finest fighters he had ever trained, and considered him not just a peer, but a mentor. His legacy left a profound impact on Shields, cementing him as the top name in Shields' personal list of favorite boxers. Ronnie Shields' career is defined not just by the champions he trained, but by the fighters he admired, respected, and learned from. From Whitaker's defense to Gatti's grit, from Hearns' explosive power to Mayweather Sr.'s intelligence, these boxers shaped Shields' philosophy, challenged his expertise, and inspired him to greatness. For Shields, boxing is about more than titles. It's about heart, discipline, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. These 10 fighters weren't just his favorites. They were the ones who defined what it means to be a true champion in every sense.